been an advocate for the community for many years on many levels through her attorney practice, through grassroots movements, and through so many other things, which I'm sure we'll hear so much of today from many of you, from Soma herself, and from those of you supporting her today. But we just want to thank you for attending today. And as you know, this is also a fundraiser. So, with COVID, it's very difficult to do things in person. So everything is kind of online. So right now we're just setting up this Zoom for everyone to show their support for Soma, talk about why they're supporting her, really come out and show why she's the best candidate for the job. And also, of course, to raise funds. So without much further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Soma. I know she wants to make some mentions of a few of the people attending today. You can go ahead whenever you're ready.
Sure. We have 3 of our speakers here, but I will not mention them. Bella will mention them. But I want to acknowledge Dr. Mohammed Rahman Tuhin. He's been a big supporter, and thank you so much for joining tonight. I like to mention, I thought Apta Mannan Bhai was here. I'm not sure if maybe he got dropped out, but he was here. He's another big supporter of mine. And Walaikum salam. I want to mention Dr. Soma Syed for joining tonight and for supporting me in everything I do. So I am very humble and honored that you joined. We have Shahjahan Sheikh Bhai from the Bronx. He's another big supporter. So thank you so much for joining. We have Ms. Yvonne Pachai, big supporter. Every one of you is a supporter. Fahim Hamid, my good friend from New Jersey, Harvey Baum is here. I want to thank US News Online, Shaukat Bhai for being here, and also ITV, Shahidullah Bhai for being here. And we have Shahnaz Hussain. So she's here. She will speak a little bit later, but she's another big supporter. And there are a couple of names here that I'm not able to say it out loud, because if you can change it to your name, that would help me a lot. So I see Hassan Bhai here, Shuman Khan. There's someone with iPhone X. So I am sorry that, and Kabir Bhai, thank you for joining. And Shuman Bhai, everybody for joining. And someone with HIC, I'm not sure who it is. And so
that's Abdulaziz Bhuiya.
Saigom. And Saigom Juhaib. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. So thank you. And I'll make more mentions as we go through the evening. And please put your names in the chat room. And I just saw Apta Mannan Bhai. There you go. Thank you for joining. Walaikum salam. I'm going to give right back to you, Bella, so we can start the evening. I know time is valuable for everyone.
Okay, so the first person that we have up to speak, I would like to introduce Dilshad Dayani, professor from Columbia University. And she's going to speak on behalf of Soma today, and she's our first speaker. So everyone just please welcome her. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, good evening, and hola, whatever the greetings. I know few, so I can say that. But
8 o'clock.
I am kind of very excited to speak about Soma and her candidacy on the election for the city council, as well as my work with her. I've known her for a few years, and we have done some projects together, and I've always felt very comfortable with her. And her desire as a resilient advocate surprises me, because she feels like everybody whom she works for is not constituents. She feels that they are their family, and she takes them very seriously. I remember those times when Trump was elected and she was giving her untiring efforts at the airport when Muslim ban happened. Then we worked on the career counseling for small businesses, and I was one of the speaker for her alliance organization that supports immigrants. And I was very surprised that how does she get the energy? She's everywhere. Wherever she sees a problem, she identifies and she kind of mobilizes the resources. And then she stands up in front of those people and takes care of them like a family member. She was also one of the speakers. I teach at the School of New York Times, and I had called upon her that can you please come and talk about your experiences as an attorney and your volunteer services, exemplary volunteer services for immigrants and minority people, because that's my course at the New York Times on how media misrepresents the minority. And Soma did a wonderful job. The students loved her, and she answered each and every question. The idea is that when we work together, our intersection point is women's rights and human rights, which are immigrants and all that we work upon. And Soma has always been very supportive, creative, on how we can make the best use of resources. This is exactly what we want in a candidate, that how do they work with limited resources, how are they personable, how can you be more, how can they be more approachable to the people who are multilingual, who are minorities. And Soma has all these talents and strengths to work upon, and she will not only, she does not even work, she not only works with her talent and expertise, but she's also a great mentor for the youth. And she works tirelessly for the youth. She mentors them, and especially young girls who come as immigrants and who are minorities. And I see her that she will be the perfect candidate to represent a fair and equal representation for the demographics that our Queens County holds. And I think she is one of the best that I don't speak by reading her bio. I'm talking to you and I'm explaining on the basis of my experiences. And I think experience, there is nothing like experiences, because that is something that I have experienced. I'm not, taking from someone's, credentials, and it's something that other people think that's commendable to note or mention, but it is from my heart and from how I feel about her. And I feel that and I would validate that all of us feel the same way. That's why we are here. And the second thing, that it is extremely important that we support her, not only by word of mouth and by helping her in other areas, but also whatever funds she needs, and financially, so she can represent us in the truest spirit. Thank you so much, Soma, for being there for all of us all the time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for speaking on Soma's behalf and for really personalizing it and talking about, the work that you've done with her together. I think it's so important for people to hear these stories. So like you said, they know it's not just, a resume or credentials, but it's experiences with her working side by side. So thank you so much for that. I want to introduce our next speaker. That would be Dr. Rahman. And I believe he's the chairman of the Connecticut Democratic Caucus as well. So if he's here with us right now.
Bella, he is going to be running late. You can introduce Mr. Ross, Louis Ross.
Sure. Absolutely. Sorry about that, guys. So a little change in the program due to someone, a little bit behind schedule. We're going to move on to Louis Ross. He's an attorney and a community leader for many, many years. So if you guys could just welcome him to speak next. Louis?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here this evening. Soma had asked me to form part of this meeting and speak a little bit about what I know of her, and I'm happy to do it. Once I found out, and I was very pleased to find out that Soma was running for City Council in District 24, I offered my help as a liaison to the Spanish-speaking community. I am a Spanish speaker. I speak several other languages, but my Bengali is no good. The the reason that I have no hesitancy in supporting Soma is that I've known her for a number of years, at least 10. We were trying to figure that out today. And I've known her to be a very ethical, well-meaning person. I no longer live in Queens as of some years ago, but I lived 22 years there and all of my formative years. And in some districts which Soma has had some involvement with and came from the Whitestone area. And I've known her also as a fellow attorney and practitioner. And we've collaborated on a number of matters. And I've known everybody that's come in contact with her to be able to come away with a good impression of an ethical person. More cannot be said that the city council would be better served by having more people like her in it. And that's why I am willing to throw my support in humbly to try to help her out. I do have some, I don't know if I'm what I would be classified in terms of my community activities, but I do believe in community service. My practice does also serve immigrant communities, and a large part of our client base in doing litigation has to do with people that are underserved. And I find that people that are underserved are sometimes discriminated against in areas that they are not even aware of. Especially in today's climate where you're talking about medical treatment, people that can't communicate as well and can't stand up for themselves sometimes get overlooked in a healthcare scenario, in a legal claim, in being frankly believed sometimes in court matters and in sworn testimony, which I find quite a bit as far as clients at times when they're not understood. Even if a policeman is responding to the scene of an accident, if somebody has a language issue, it's harder to take their story and they go with the story of the person who's better able to speak to them. I know that in working with immigrant communities, I've had clients that are laborers for organizations which don't even tell them that they have the right to workers' compensation coverage after they have an accident. Sometimes tell them to say something that or deny the way an accident happened just to benefit the employer, and not have their premiums go up by reporting an accident as they should, as the employer should offer to do freely themselves. So I'm looking forward to Soma getting elected to the city council and hoping that as Queens continues to diversify, I'm proud to say I've lived in Queens for 22 years and that it is, if not the county in the world, very close to the top in diversity of population. And statistics say that there's about 100 different languages spoken in Queens, some of which are dying in their own home countries. So I look forward to finding out exactly how to participate and help Soma along. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, for sharing that with us. And speaking of, how we can support, that's definitely something that's going to be the purpose of today. We're going to be sharing the links for the for fundraising to Soma for any of those who want to donate, and of course passing those on to your colleagues, passing those on to your friends, sharing them on your social media. All of that's going to help us in this. Sorry, Mr. Ross, thank you for your words, and we're going to move on to the next speaker. And that will be, let's see, do we have Anthony Calori here? Attorney and Professor Anthony Calori?
Not yet.
Okay. Let me see. Aziz Ahmed, do we have Aziz Ahmed in here?
Yes, he's here. He joined.
Okay, fantastic. So Aziz Ahmed, businessman and community leader. If you're here and you'd like to say a few words about your work with Soma and how you know her, that would be amazing. If you'd like to share that with us.
Sure, thank you. So thanks for having me. And so I met Soma I met her husband, Mijan Chaudhary, prior to that, and that's how I met her. And she was working for Mijan and coordinating his congressional activities. And so we had a lot of, a few phone calls initially, and I saw her, the way she was working with the sense of ownership, sense of accountability, sense of responsibility, that, and working from her heart to get working with the constituents and working with supporters. And I observed that she's really that that kind of her helping people and working for the cause. That's those are motivated me in that. So I was reading between that, and I thought that that's amazing. And I landed Queens about 35 years back, and so I understand the chemistry, the melting pot, and the resiliency, and the, as Mr. Raz said, and people from all over the world. It's like another United Nations. Soma has everything. She has the everything very organic in terms of her education and lifting up, thinking of others, and providing that kind of leadership that with the helping tendency, just not like me and or just not for herself in terms of, and how she can really give to others. So that's another observation that from the time that I came to know her, and how she's really working with the community, she has more to give than to take, and I'm fully convinced, and that with her being an elected official, she can give more to the community, and I really really thrilled to support her and continue to support her any way I can, and wish Soma all the best and the success in this election.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that with all of us, and coming out today in support of Soma. We really appreciate that. You know, it means so much for you to take your time, out of your day to come and support. So thank you again. And we want to go on to our next speaker. Sorry, I believe, do we have here Shamsul? Shamsul, we have Shamsul here today?
Yes.
Perfect, fantastic. So Shamsul Haik, is that how you pronounce your last name?
Yes, Hawk.
Hawk. Oh, that's even easier. Okay. Shamsul Haq, he is a former NYPD lieutenant, and he's also the former chairman of the Student Senate in CUNY. And please, everyone, welcome Shamsul Haq today to speak on behalf of Soma. Shamsul, thank you.
Good evening, everybody. And sorry, my video is for somewhat reason is not working. As I was introduced, I was the chairman of the University Student Senate in 2002 and 2003, and CUNY Board of Trustee member. And I find that Soma's stance on supporting public education, and especially CUNY, would be imperative in days ahead when we have so much issues in finance in New York State. I'm supporting her for because I'm a working class homeowner, and I find that in a time when everybody is talking about the slum lords, or they're talking about the renters, most people are forgetting about the working class homeowners in Queens who are suffering. And I believe that she understands the struggles of the homeowners. I also find her to be very mature. She's very calm, very composed, and she's probably the most qualified candidates in this race. But most importantly, is that this is a great, one of the greatest country in the world where dream comes true. And even though we don't have any Bengalis in New York State Senate or Assembly or City Council. I believe that if Barack Obama can become the President of the United States, then Soma can become the New York City Council member. If a Somalian immigrant can become Congresswoman, then I think Soma can become the New York City Council member. If you want someone from our community to fight for us, for our rights, then help Soma Syed and send her to New York City Council.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that was very eloquently put, and all very important points to remember, you know. Again, you want someone who's going to advocate for you. And Soma is definitely that person. She's going to advocate for those that are being forgotten about, and she's going to advocate for the community as a whole. So thank you so much for sharing that with us today. The next speaker that we have on here today would be Syed Muzaffar. Are you here with us today?
He's not here yet, so let's move into, I know Mr. Aziz Bouyan is here. So let's call him. He's here.
Okay.
There are two Aziz. There's Aziz Ahmed, who just spoke, and there's Aziz Bouyan.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Aziz Bouyan, another businessman and community leader. If you could please just share why you're supporting Soma and, you know, just a little bit about what made you come out to speak for her today.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Yes, my name is Abdullah Aziz Bouyan, and although I spent many of my early years in Queens, but I live in Long Island now, but yet I'm very much involved in the Bangladeshi community and community at large. Whenever you select a candidate, first and foremost for Bangladeshi, you to be the first one. And so we have to be very careful who we select to represent us. Number one, we want to make sure not only the person understands the bit of the issues that are important to the community, Bangladeshi community, but also she or he will be able to understand the issues at stake throughout the New York City. And the reason I'm supporting Soma, because I found her to be a person with credentials. She will be able to not only understand, because we know the family, I probably know Shuma. I even knew Shuma's father and the entire whole extended family we know. So we know how important the family is for the community. And, as a Bangladeshi, I'm so proud that Bangladeshis have made so much in terms of, if you look at the Jamaica area, if you look in some of the Richmond Hills and part of Ozone Park, so much contribution in terms of lifting up the community. It's time that we need to have a representative. And I think Shoma would be the perfect person who can represent as a Bangladeshi proudly. And also we as a Bangladeshi can be proud of her. And she will be also able to represent the entire greater her district, because she is an educated lady. She'll be able to understand and handle and earn respect of her colleagues if she is elected. It is very important that we all have to understand that whoever we send to the city council, if that person is not qualified, that person will not be able to earn the respect of her colleague or his colleagues. If you do not have the respect of your colleagues, then ultimately you would not be able to achieve much. And that is very important. That we see that in Shoma, and we hope, and every one of you who are online or beyond with your friends and family, you will help her financially, but most importantly, you ask your friends and your people who are living in that district and vote for her, because we really at this time, I think it's way overdue for Bangladeshi to have a representative of Bangladeshi background, ethnicity, to be in a city in New York City and beyond, of course. But at least let's get to the first bottom. But again, at the same time, as I said, she is well qualified to represent the broader community. She is an immigrant. She fights for the immigrants. She's an attorney. She understands the nitty-gritties of the government. So I'm happy and proud to support her. I hope all of you will support her, and I will do my best to campaign and do whatever is needed to get her elected as our city council for all of us for the District 24. So with that, I wish you all the best. I wish you good luck, and I again also financially, I will definitely do my part I would ask every one of you, not only do you do your part, but also reach out to your friends and family to help her as well. Thank you.
Aziz Buyam, thank you so much for, speaking on someone's behalf, and for bringing to light all the amazing qualities that she does have that make her the strongest candidate for this position. And I think that's why we're all here supporting her, is because we all know that. And it's just really to reinforce that and reiterate that, and throw our support fully behind her. So thank you for that. And yes, as Aziz mentioned, please, everyone, don't forget to donate. And again, your colleagues, your friends, your families, get them to donate. We need this to be a conjoint effort as much as possible. I believe we have Sabine French here, who is a community and political organizer. And Sabine will be our next speaker if she's ready.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we hear you fine. Good evening. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And first, I have to say, I truly enjoyed hearing everyone share my sentiments. It was very, very inspiring for me as a person that already supports Soma. It reinforces my decision to support her. Well, why I support Soma? Well, first, I have to say, I am a child of immigrants. I'm Haitian American. And though I was born here, I say I'm Haitian American just to be politically correct. Because if you were to ask me, I would just say I'm Haitian. And so when I see an immigrant such as Soma that has found success but still remained true to her ethnicity and her heritage of being Bengali, I really appreciate it. Because oftentimes many people, they feel as if they have to lose themselves to find success. And I really think we need more people to emphasize the fact that you can actually pursue the American dream, but also know who you are and where you came from. So as a Haitian American, I really truly respect that, because that's what America really represents. Many people coming from different backgrounds and finding success and a piece of the American dream. So I really, really admire that about Soma. And actually everyone else that's a part of this Zoom, because I think that everyone here has that in common. Immigrants that remains true to themselves, but is also participating in the society that we live in. So to everyone on the call, I truly admire that. I met Soma first as Mazan's fiance, and then eventually his wife. So when I met her, it really wasn't, it was political, but it was actually, as I said, more in social environments as Mazan's fiance and wife. So as someone said, Soma's very mature and she carries herself in a very respectful manner. So as I got to know her, I realized that Soma is a very nice person. She likes to laugh. She's very open, but yet she does carry herself with a certain level of dignity. And I truly admire that, because you have to, when you make a decision in life that you want to eventually go into office, I really believe it's very important that you carry yourself in a way that's befitting of the office that you want to represent. And I feel Soma is a great balance of a professional and also a personable and very approachable person. I truly admire that. And something else about Soma that I admire, in French, which is one of the languages that Haitians speak, we call an attorney an avocat. Avocat in English is actually an advocate. And that's something that I truly admire about Soma. Soma uses her law degree to advocate for others. Many attorneys, their main focus, and no disrespect against any attorneys, in my past life, I was actually a paralegal and I worked with many attorneys. So I'm not disrespecting anyone, but there are many attorneys, unfortunately, they don't necessarily use their law degree to advocate for others. What I admire about Soma is anytime I call her and I ask her to advocate for an individual or to advocate for a community or a cause, she's always available. She will answer a question via text, WhatsApp. Soma, I have recommended Soma to participate in several community events, and Soma was right there more than once. I have a talk show. Shoma came on the show with a moment's notice during the COVID-19, once again to share her knowledge with the community regarding PPP programs, know your rights during COVID, immigration. That to me is a representative. These are all of the reasons why I admire Soma. Now, as a woman, I admire the fact that Soma is comfortable being a woman. She doesn't have to portray herself as if she's this tough person and she's not comfortable knowing who she is. She is a professional woman and a wife. I admire that also. Because oftentimes when you're a woman, you feel as if you're not allowed to be yourself. You have to take on a role to play with the big boys. Soma is a woman that is playing with the big boys and succeeding. So for me, there are so many reasons why I truly believe Soma is the right person for the job. I know I've said a lot, but this is why I'm here, and I really welcome the opportunity for Soma to represent us in City Council. And I'm a native resident of Queens. Queens has so much to offer, and Soma's the perfect person to represent us in City Council.
Thank you.
Soma,
Sorry,
so
thank you so much for sharing that.
very welcome.
And all the insight that you have interacting with Soma on a personal level and explaining why her character is so befitting of this position. So thank you for sharing that. It's
You're
very
very
appreciated.
my pleasure.
And we're going to move on to our next speaker. I believe we have Anthony Miranda. Anthony Miranda, is he here with us right now?
You can move to Jasbir Singh. He's here. He's here.
Okay. All right. So Anthony Miranda is not here at the moment. So we'll just move on to Jasbir Singh. He is the chairman of the Long Island Diversity Council. And he's here to speak on someone's behalf, like the rest of us. Jasbir, if you will.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm here with Zahid Syed, the chairman of STEPAC. So we both are together. I'm glad that to hear the other speakers as well as, thank you, Zafa. And I'm glad that I'm speaking for Soma, a person I know from last 5 years or maybe a little more. And I consider myself to be very fortunate to know her. She's a person who is always there for anyone and everyone. And she is the person, whatever she decides, she does that and she completes the task, whatever she takes in her hand. And we are there to help her, to support her, whatever we can. And I would request everyone in Soma's team who are trying to help her, and I know you guys are if you are in her jurisdiction, in her constituency, or even in New York City, we can help her raising funds and also supporting her, getting her votes, and making calls for her. And the support we can get from our friends and families. And when we talk to someone in Long Island, we find people as I'm a leader, or I would say I'm activist with the Long Island Diversity Council, and my people over here. When I talk to them, I talk about Soma. A lot of people know Soma and they are willing to help her. Or if they don't know Soma, they'll make calls to their people or the friends of theirs or family of theirs. And when they know about Soma and they come back to me, the way they come back, they are so much enthusiastic that they say that now, hearing from their own peers or own people or own friends, uh, that they know Soma well, and they go forward and they are talking to their people to help Soma whatever way we can have the representation in the city hall. And Soma, we wish you all the best, and the best we can do, we are there for you and with you. And I'll ask my friend, my brother, and the biggest supporter of Soma, Zahid Sayed, to say a few things.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zahid Sayed. I'm the chairman for the Political Action Committee, South Asian American Political Action Committee, and I wear so many hats in non-profit organization and everything. I know Soma from almost 10 years, and I'm lucky to sit with Soma in one of the non-profit board where we get along and we become friends. And she is the one who always involved in the community. And I remember personally myself that I sent some people to see her because she is an attorney, and she helped a lot of people as a pro bono cases. So like she never charged them the money, and that's how I feel like I should support Soma because she is activist in the community. She has the qualification to run for the office, and I think, I hope, and I wish, and I pray to the God she will be the first South Asian to represent our community in city council. And personally, myself, I have been to so many city council programs. I have arranged so many programs with, Hiram Montserrat, Jose Peralta, John Lu, and it will be so good to see that, someone brown person will be representing soon our community in city council. And recently, just last week, we did a small fundraiser, even though it was a COVID problem, and that's why we could not get so many people, but we had some good people who just gave the checks to Soma, so because they wanted to see that she should win, and they like to support her. And personally, I would say one very important thing that why we are supporting Soma, because when you supporting someone, please choose someone who really have a passion to serve the community, because there is so many times I see people that suddenly they come out and they say they're running for the office without any qualification or without any experience or a passion to serve the community. But Soma, she has everything, and that's why we are supporting. And we see that she's very good. She qualify for all those things, and on top of it, she have passion to serve the community. So Soma, I wish, pray, and hopefully soon you will be representing us in the city council. So we wish you very good luck to you, and please make sure that me, Jay, and my whole group, SAPAC group, will be supporting you, and we will be making phone calls. We will be giving some donations to you, and we will do anything, whatever we can do for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I love that you guys work together on the board of a nonprofit. So it's just a testament to, Soma doing more and more community work, always devoting herself to something, for the community. So thank you for sharing, working with her in that capacity and what it's been like, being part of that. And thank you for, pledging your support and to bring others into the fold. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so next up we have a speaker, Nazir Paul. Is Nazir Paul here today?
Yes.
Hi, Nazir, welcome. If you want to just briefly introduce yourself and then, speak on behalf of Soma, we would really appreciate that.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nasir Khan Paul. I'm from a Bangladesh community, and it's my pleasure to attend in such a occasion that everybody, we get together here to send our own Soma Syed to the city council. Let me talk about Soma a little bit. I know Soma's father. he was my friend, Mr. Aptab. We are close friend, a very respected person. And I know that his daughter, Soma, from her childhood, how she raised, she's very sincere, hardworking, soft spoken. She respects the elder people. She respects everybody. And that's how she's known to our Bangladeshi community. As a small homeowner, I find out, I saw so many people, they're running for the position. Nobody talks about a small homeowner. Actually, now in living in New York City, being a small homeowner, we are worse than so-called poor tenants, because when the court is going to, when the forbearance, mortgage forbearance is going on now, when the forbearance term is over within 1 year, then you're going to see how many foreclosed is coming from a small homeowner. Sorry to say that. But Soma is the only candidate who talk about us, about the small homeowner. She thinks about us. She represents us. That's why she's unique. She's thinking about that how this small homeowner can survive in this city, because we came this country as an immigrant. I myself came here as a pharmacist, and I had only $10 in my pocket. And then now we are standing in a position, and we understand in America, sky is the limit. So now Soma is fighting for everybody. Soma is not fighting only for Bangladeshi. So I want to mention that, not only for Bangladeshi. And I don't want Soma to represent only Bangladeshi. She is going to represent the whole District 24, all sorts of people, whoever is living here. Soma is that kind of people. And she is a lawyer. She helps people without charging them. If their financial condition is not that good, she don't charge them. I am the witness, okay? So Soma has so many good character. I will urge everybody, please come forward, help Soma to elect on the city council, and we'll get a very good councilwoman. And I pray for Soma all the time. And I'll ask everybody, I'm going to donate myself. I'm going to write a check to Soma, and I'll urge everybody, please, she needs some fundraising. So anybody can help, whatever you can help, please come forward and help Soma. Soma, God bless you. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Nazir, so much for speaking on Soma's behalf and coming out to show your support today.
Thank you.
Next, we have our next speaker, and our next speaker, will be Anisul Kabir Jasir. Anisul Kabir Jasir, are you here with us?
He's here. I see him. Jasir Uncle, can you unmute?
Assalamu alaikum, Soma. It's really a pleasure to join that great event, and I'm very much happy that people like Aziz Bhuiya Bhai, Aziz Ahmed Bhai, Samsul Haq, our great Jamaica, what we call Paul Bhai as a mayor of Jamaica Bangladeshi community. Come forward and support Soma. I feel comfortable to support Soma because as other elderly community leaders saying that we know her from her childhood, and she proved herself. And it's not a point that she just come to get a position. She proved herself for the community. Whenever any need, she don't care. She gonna get her professional service charge or not, she come up, from her heart. And that kind of people we need for the position who can represent the community as well as whole area people. As Samsul and Paul Bhai mentioned about the homeowners, I think we have to reach out that group of people because as we know that in that area thousands of
Yes.
senior person live at that area with their own home. They need a real support from the council office. So I wish her a great success. I'm missing her campaign personally. Currently, I'm in Bangladesh, but I'm with her all the way, and I'm working from Dhaka to New York for Soma, and I request all the community leaders, please come forward, support her, by financially as well as make phone call to all the voters to come on February to give her vote. Good luck, Shoma. We need you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your statements on behalf of Soma. I believe we have Ms. Abdin here. Ms. Abdin, are you here with us? If you could just briefly introduce yourself and then kind of speak on why you're supporting Soma here today.
Yes, hi, how are you? I don't know anyone know me. My name is Misbah Abdin. I've been advocating for Bengali community over 30 years. In 39, I would say exactly. I've been working as a community, especially I've been advocating in Bengali in city level, state level, and federal level. I know every needs in Bengali community, and I have seen who's been working closely. Suma, I would not say more experienced, but I think she's more mature. The candidate who's running in District 24, I think she's more mature. She's talented. She have the qualification, and I think she's the right candidate for District 28 because our community, actually, young leadership we are very behind. And I don't blame our community because we are actually first, second, and third generation right now. But the way we're moving, I think we'll do great if we're able to do the right campaign and make someone win. I think we'll be moving forward right track. And one thing I have to tell you, Soma is a great person. She have a great personality. She's a people person, and I do support her. And I don't know if you know, I'm also running, and I don't know I don't know most of the people in the meeting, but I'm a philanthropist. I've been working. I have an organization called BAGDIS, Bangladeshi American Community Development and Youth Service. I provide all the service, every service there is. We provide service to our organization free of cost, regardless of any circumstance. But I bump into Suma in many aspects, and I also very close with her husband. So, and District 24, I would say, from early 80s till today, I would say I know at least over 1,000 family. My family, my first mama bought the house in 168th Street and Highland. He bought the house in 1973. So actually, I grew up in Jamaica also. Our family been there. So we do have a lot of voter. We just have to hit everybody, inform everybody. And I'm willing to, I will do whatever need possible to make someone win because she's the right person. And I don't want it to exaggerate, but out of 24, I think she is the best candidate. Can everybody hear me? I'm sorry. Hello.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Ms. We appreciate you taking your time out today to come out and support, especially as a fellow advocate in the community and someone who's also out there doing the work. It's very, very much appreciated for you to take your time out today and support Soma. And we hope that you'll go and, tell your friends and your colleagues and your family members to do the same. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I'm sorry I was busy at rushing. I don't know, my camera is flashing, but yes, I have I'm supporting you 100%, and I come in myself. At least 500 members that I know who's a voter is going to go out and vote. I make sure I personally call everyone. Thank you so much, Rama. Bobby, actually, Mizanbai, thank you. And Paul Bai, I spoke to you earlier. We have to do, because there's a lot of missed message, because our community grew, because we came in, we did business, we did community center, we built mosque, we built mandir, whoever in our community. But there's a lot of people using our community to empower themselves and taking the opportunity. We need to get out and give the right voice, support the right person, so at least our future is going to be brighter. Thank you so much. And I'm going to leave. I do have another meeting, but I thank you. And everyone, I'm sorry if I said anything wrong. My apology to everybody. Thank you so much. And looking forward to work with Soma Syed. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, the next speaker we have would be...
Bella, before the next speaker speaks, I just want to say thank you so much for all the donations that have been pouring in. This is really, really wonderful. So thank you so much. And before we end the program, we will share who they are. And please take over, Bella.
Awesome. Okay, the next speaker we have would be Dr. Muhammad Rahman. Dr. Muhammad Rahman, are you here with us right now? If you could just briefly introduce yourself and speak a little bit about why you're supporting Soma.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rahman. I have been practicing for a while in this area, and I know Soma for, I think, about 25 years. It's a long time as a family member, as a, resident of this district. We have seen that she has proven with her work. As I was the chairman of one of the nonprofit organization when we had the problem, and she came forward, we asked for help, and she helped with her, expertise to help us in this situation. And, that was greatly appreciated. So I believe she will not be working for only our community in terms of like Bangladeshi origin or subcontinent people. I think she will be working for everybody who are living in this district. And we want somebody like that, because public service is a commitment. So if you, focus yourself only for one community, then you will lose it, because then people will say, oh, she will be doing for somebody, only that community. That is not, we are here in America. America is as somebody mentioned, we have 153 languages. Only in Queens, 153 languages. You can get all kind of food, all kind of ethnicity. I think it's the beauty of this city that we see it. People can live with all this diversity. Even sometimes, people fight in their own country. Even the same people, they're fighting each other. But here we have 153 country people. We are living with harmony. It shows that somebody with open mind, open heart can do good work. And I believe Shoma has these qualities. And so inshallah, God willing, I will be helping her financially. And I will ask everybody, whatever capacity we have, either financially, if you can, or by calling your friends and families who are living in this area. If you don't live in this area, just you might have a lot of friends and family in this district. So use your phone, use your personal connection, bring the people in the vote. I think that is the most important thing, is bringing people for vote. That is the most important part, because this is a special election, not a regular election. Most of the people will not even know that there is an election unless somebody is running for it. So I think whoever can bring some people for vote, I think that candidate will win. So I will urge everybody, use your phone bank, use your personal connection. And if they can vote, and there's I think long window for vote. It's not one day or one night. I think it will be like a week or so. or mail-in ballot because of COVID-19, and as a physician, I will use this venue, whatever way. There's a long window of voting. Use your time, and you can vote by mail. But if you can go personally, that will be better. So I wish all and wholeheartedly supporting Soma Syed. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for speaking, Dr. Mohammed Rahman. And I think you made some very important key points, that Soma is out here for all communities, and that's something important to mention. As I work alongside Soma throughout this campaign, I see her display so much compassion for everybody, with all the constituents that we interact with in the district. And I hope other people know that and realize that about Soma. And also, it's true, it's really important that all of us who are here supporting Soma make sure to remind people to get out to vote, because this is a special election. And so many people are not even aware that this is going on. So, aside from donating today, please, everyone, as Dr. Mohammed Rahman had mentioned here, please remind your friends, your colleagues, and all those in the district to get out and vote. So thank you, Doctor, for speaking today with us. And I just want to make mention of a few of the people who have donated to us today through this fundraiser. So we have so far have received donations from Hasina Habib. We've received donation from Juhaib Chowdhury, Aman Saeed, Rita Bahavi, Dr. Muhammad Apu Bahi, Shaz Islam, Anwar Hussein, Mir Assam. All of those people have donated here today. So please, your support means so much. It is getting people out here to donate and realize that Soma is the best candidate for the job. So thank you so much. Our next speaker we have today will be Aftab Manan. Is Aftab Manan here with us? Aftab Manan? If you could just introduce yourself and say why you're supporting Soma today. Is Aftab still here? Aftab Manan?
He might have stepped away. Oh, I see him here. He's here. Okay, I'm asking him to unmute. We'll come back to him. Why don't you go to the next person?
Okay, sure. So the next speaker that we have today is Juhaib Chowdhury. If you could just introduce yourself and tell us why you're supporting Soma.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I grew up really at Jamaica Muslim Center. So I know her entire family, her brothers. We used to play football together. Soma and I went to the same high school. After high school, I think we parted ways. I went to Skidmore College, graduated from there, and I think she became a lawyer. So, there was some gap, but we recently caught up several years ago, and I know the work she has been doing. There are two professionals you need on your side. One is the doctor, so they save you from other doctors from going under the knife. And the other is the lawyers, so they save you from winding up behind the bars. So Shoma is such an attorney. She has given great advice throughout the many years I have known her and since she has become an attorney. So I always recommend her to everyone in the community. Plus, our family relationship spans 35 plus years. So I definitely support her for those reasons. She's well qualified. She knows her art. And I think she would advocate very well for the community, get the resources the community needs. This is why I support her. I thank you so much. I'm also the founder of Muslim Community Forum. We have done so much during the pandemic, and we continue to grow. I think we also support her as an organization from the Muslim Community Forum. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for speaking on Soma's behalf today. We'd also like to thank two more donors that just donated in, Sabine French and Aftab Manan just donated to Soma's campaign. So thank you for that. And since that donation came in, is Aftab Manan back? Are you here with us? If you are, would you like to just introduce yourself and speak on why you're supporting Soma today?
We can go to the next one. He's here. I think he just stepped away. He's here. He's listening. You can call the next person.
Okay. So next we have Faye Paris. Faye, if you would just like to briefly introduce yourself and speak about why you're supporting Soma today.
Absolutely, absolutely. First of all, it's my pleasure to join you guys, and I would not have it any other way but to vote for Soma and to support her financially and to spread the word. I've known Soma for many, many years through various bar associations and other organizations, and I can tell you, I can attest firsthand, she is a doer, she is an achiever, not just in word, but in action. She pulls her sleeves up and she gets right to whatever needs to be done. And it's amazing. She has the, it's almost like a ball of fire that doesn't stop, which is wonderful because you want her to be an advocate on your side. And believe me, I would not take the time to be addressing you for this if I didn't think it were essential that you have someone like her on your team, on your side as an advocate. I think particularly now, we need someone who, they have empathy. I think this is something that's very important because they can empathize with people who are suffering, struggling, and not just empathize, but really be committed to make a change. So just to say, I'm thrilled, I'm excited, and I'm definitely going to be making my contribution as well. So good luck, Soma. Thank you so much for taking your time and unselfishly giving to your community. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Faye. Bella?
Faye, thank you so much for that. I don't think that we have up to back and that, so, oh, sorry. Dr. Siddiqui Rahman, is he here with us? If you're here with us, would you like to just introduce yourself and speak on why you're supporting Soma with us?
I know he was here. He might have stepped away due to other. You can go to Shanaz Hussain. She's here. Let her speak.
Okay, great. Shanaz Hussain, if you would like to just briefly introduce yourself and speak on why you're supporting Soma.
Good evening, guys. It's an honor being here, listening to all the good that you have to say on Soma. I also applaud her, and I admire her dedication that she has for community work and the love she has for people, indeed. All she's doing is a lot of work selflessly, regardless of the time of the day. If you reach out to her, she's there for you. I've watched her work on the front line, being there door to door when it comes to campaigning, and I believe she is going to be a great candidate, a great voice for our community when we have so much folks who can't speak the language and they're just arriving here from so many foreign lands. She is a great representation. I give her my support and my vote, and I believe she should be the one that we should be behind following. Thank you, Soma, and thank you guys for supporting her. I believe we need more. In a few days, the election is coming close, so we all need to share her link and, get more support and sponsors for her. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shanaz. We appreciate that. Everyone, please don't forget to donate. The link should be in the chat. If you go into the chat, you'll see the link there. If you're having trouble with the link, we can resend it to you. So please let us know if anyone's having difficulty with the link. But it is there for donation, and please share with your family, friends, colleagues, so on and so forth. As the election is coming closer and closer, it's really a crucial time. There's only 45 days left till the election. And please remind your friends to get out and vote. Soma, did you want to say something? I'm sorry.
Yes, I see Abdul Banan, he's on his back. Also, Syed Muzaffar, he came. And our program is going to end very soon. I want to thank you for all of your patience. So if you can call them, and I have a few individuals I want to mention.
Sure.
Hi, Soma. I'm sorry, Bella. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, this is Mohammed Josham. If you could add me to your list, if you don't mind, I'd like to
Oh,
say a
sure,
couple
sure.
of things about Soma that you guys probably don't know that she's been involved with. I don't want to let that get missed out. So if you don't mind, thank you.
Would you like to speak? Would you like to just introduce yourself and speak?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Hi, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. This is Mohammed Josham. I am just a regular working man. However, I do work with a lot of youth in New York City through sports. We did an organization a few years back to engage with youth, to better empower them through sports. You guys probably don't know, Suma has been an amazing help behind the scene. She's always there whenever we need her, whenever there's some advice that's needed. She stepped up. She always tells us that, hey, anything you guys need, please let me know. Just like everyone else, I mean, she's a wonderful individual. So I think that personally, if we, as Dr. Rahman mentioned as well, if we all just even reach out to the people that we know within our community, and obviously that doesn't just have to be Bengali. I mean, we live in America, so we socialize with everybody. And to be specific, District 24 is very diverse, so I'm sure we all have friends and family of different cultures. So, if we can all do our part, I think Suma is the right person to be in that seat. She has my 100% support, as well as my organization, BPL of USA. We will make sure that we spread the news within our community, as well as all the youth that we work with, to let them know, to let their family members know that this is happening, and we need to make sure that she's in there. So everybody, please, I think that if we all just pitch in a little bit, we can help Suma pass this bridge. I have full confidence in her. I applaud her. Thank you so much again for everything that you do. You're an amazing individual. So is Mizan Bhai. I appreciate you as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in that seat as soon as possible. What I think you said, 45 days left or so. I can't wait.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bella?
Thank you, guys. So thank you so much for supporting and for your words of support. I just want to remind everyone again, like I said, the donation link is in the chat. But for those of you who want to share with others too, it's pretty simple. It's s4ny.com/donate. So don't forget to share that with your friends. We have our next speaker, Saeed Musafar. Saeed Musafar, if you'd like to just introduce yourself and say why you're supporting Soma here today.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's nice to be back, Soma. Congratulations for all your effort and everything. Well, I have known Soma for a few many years, and the reason I'm supporting her is because I find all the diverse qualities in her. Not that her opponents are any weaker. I respect them also. They are all very well qualified. But in my opinion, I think, she is the one that I will support. I just want to, share this information with you. Excuse me. Yes, we are all supporting Soma. What's most important is that we have to see that once she is in that position, then she's on her own. So any candidate, whoever goes and gets selected, what after that? Can she pull through? Can she face the challenges? Can she solve and go after the issues that's really needed in our communities? Those are the things that's very important, that after being selected, then what happens? So I feel that she has all the qualities in her that when she's on her own, on day one, she will be able to tackle all the issues by herself, not by who supported her. That's a very important point that we have to remember. And based on that, we'll have to support our candidates. And I have full support for Soma. I'll be getting in touch, and I've always been in touch with all my friends and families to support such a just candidate. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for speaking and sharing that with us today, your support of Soma, and really recognizing that she is the person who's going to get in there and advocate and fight for what's needed in the community. So we want to thank you for coming out to speak on her behalf today.
Thank you.
Soma, I know you want to make some honorable mentions of special guests that showed support today, and maybe just close out with a few words for everyone coming out to support today.
Sure. I want to mention, I see Dr. Humayun is here. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Dr. Mujib. We have Jasmine Ahmed. Thank you so much. I know Kaza Mizan was here earlier. And thank you for all of you for being here and spending the last 1.5 hours. So, you know, I would like Dr. Mujib and Dr. Humayun to say a few words. I know we're almost reaching 1.5 hours, so if you can take a minute and to say a few words. Dr. Humayun? Dr. Humayun? Okay, how about Dr. Mujib? Dr. Mujib? Dr. Humayun?
Hello.
Yes, thank you. There you go.
Yeah, this is Dr. Mujib. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you everyone for joining tonight's program. Soma is very well known to me, actually from back home in Bangladesh, and her father and mother, they have been my best friend. They are no longer with us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them Jannatul Firdaus. So I know Soma for a long time. She is very young, energetic, and she is community oriented. We need someone in our district who has connection and who has been working for everyone from diverse background. And Soma also is an attorney, so she knows and she is familiar with the laws of the land, and she will use her expertise for the rights of the immigrant peoples and in general everyone from our district. So I will request all participants to use their connection, as Dr. Rahman also said earlier, so that people can come out and vote. And another thing, my suggestion, Bangladeshi community, we are already aware about Soma. We know her and her expertise, but we need to outreach other people in our neighborhood so that also they can, vote for Soma. So I thank everyone, and I will work for Soma, and I support her wholeheartedly. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for speaking on Soma's behalf this evening. We really appreciate your presence here today and of course, your support. We have a few other speakers before we close out. Dr. Murtaza Hussaini, are you here with us? If you could just introduce yourself and speak on behalf of Soma.
Hello, hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yep, sure.
Yeah, hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Murtaza Hussaini. I've known Soma and Mizan for a couple of years now. I've seen what they've been doing for the community. Actually, I would say Soma is a true representation of the immigrant class, majority of the immigrant class, who've come down from abroad, who worked their way up, and now it's a time that she wants to give back to the community. I would suggest that we all get together and try to support her in every possible way that we can, and then try to reach out to people as much as we can, to whoever we know, not only in the community that she is from, but to the others as well. We shouldn't be just localized to one faction of the society, and try to reach out to as many people as we can. And I wholeheartedly support Soma and her quest for the seat, and I hope and wish her all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Farhad.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us today. We have a few more speakers. If we are a little bit over time, so if everyone could just keep it to 1 minute and under, we would really appreciate that. Our next speaker, Kawaja Mizan, are you here with us? If you are, can you just introduce yourself and speak on why you're supporting Soma?
Hazabai, I know you're here. Hazabai?
Must have just left.
Okay. You want to call on the next person?
Sure. Yvonne Pachai? Yvonne Pachai? Are you here with us? If you are, could you just introduce yourself and speak on why you're supporting Soma today?
I know she was here. You can go to the next person.
Okay, sure. So next up we have Dr. Humayan. Are you here? Are you back with us yet?
He's here. I'm going to ask him to unmute. Dr. Humayan, you can call.
This is Dr. Humayun. Actually, I'm Dr. Mohammed S. Ahmed. I was busy, so I could not join in time. I'm late. And I know you have been in the meeting for a while, so I'm not going to take too much time. Only thing I wanted to say, I wish all the best. And I have all the support for you and from my family. So if you need anything, let us know. And we will work with your team together so that we can reach to our goal. So I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Humayan.
No problem.
We appreciate your support here today. Everyone, please don't forget to donate and don't forget to tell others to donate. You can donate at s4ny.com/donate. The link is also in the chat for those of you who need it. We're going to make a last call for Aftab Manan. If Aftab Manan is here today, if he could just introduce himself and just speak on why he's supporting Soma before we come to closing out tonight.
We can go forward to closing.
Okay, so we just want to thank everyone for coming out to support Soma today. You know, all of you have shared amazing experiences with Soma, working with her character, seeing what she's done in the community. And so I see that your support for her is strong, and we just hope that you go out there and communicate that to all the constituents in the district. Make sure you communicate that to your friends, your family, your colleagues, so that everyone can understand that Soma really is the best candidate for this job. And please, again, we encourage you to donate. We encourage, for you to have your friends and family donate, spread the word, and get out to vote February 2nd for the special election. Soma, if you'd like to just close out.
Sure. Thank you so much. Before I make my closing statement, I like to acknowledge that a couple of our speakers were not able to be here this evening. Anthony Miranda, he's still recovering, and please pray for him and his family. And but he has wholeheartedly has supported me and my campaign and my vision. And we also have a couple other individuals could not make it due to family reasons. So I want to thank everyone for coming. We've been here for an hour and a half. And the fact that you're here with me, with your words, and I can feel those words are from the inside. And that's who I am. a person only can be as good as the character or personality and sincerity. And that's what I believe in, that you have to start from that strong foundation. And this has been ingrained in me and by my family, my parents, my entire bedrock of what I've learned as an attorney. So I want all of you, you're already part of my campaign. I would like you to be more part of my campaign. We have 45 days. We can do this. This is doable. You know, I get excited, more excited every day. You know, when I started this journey, it was June of 2021. And then, you know, our council member resigned. And then we got a date. I think I was the most excited candidate than anyone else. Like I had this big smile. And I was like, why are you smiling? Why are you so happy? I said, I have a goal. I have to help people. I have to represent. And guess what? The election is on February 2nd. What does that mean? It means that I have to go out, talk to my community, talk about the issues that are affecting them, talk about the struggles and suffering that we have seen in our communities, and unforgettable moments of desperation and struggle, tears during the pandemic, and in a country with so much wealth, with so much resources, so much land, and it's ironic. And who's suffering? The people on the ground. So my campaign is about representation, advocacy. It's about helping the struggling homeowner. It's about making sure our children get to learn and grow. It's about making sure our small businesses are taken care of and they thrive, because that's what's missing right now. So my ask for you today is a couple of things. If you have donated, thank you. You can donate more, up to $500. If you can ask your friends and families to put part of my campaign and donations and volunteering, please do. And follow me in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's spread the word. It's 45 days left. We have to do canvassing. We have to do phone banking. We have to bring the voters out to vote, because it's everyone's right. We fought for this right to vote, and we must exercise it and make sure a true advocate, a true representative who's passionate about the people, about the causes. And those are the individuals who make it to the office. And I am that person. I'm passionate about the community. I'm passionate about the people and their issues. So vote for me if you're in the community in District 24, and spread the words out for me. And thank you for joining tonight.
Everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Who is it?